Hello, Capricorn. How are you? Welcome home, light worker. This is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration, and I'm here for your August 2020 general reading. This is for sun, moon, and rising. Okay, so if this doesn't fit your sun, check your moon and your rising as well. Well, we're really excited to be here. Yes, it's August 1st. Everything is starting fresh. Brand new month. We've had some fantastic readings for the collective. I'm going to be using 3 different oracles to get kind of the feel and get the energy and the messages from spirit. We're going to be using the Moonology oracle cards. We're going to also be using the Starseed oracle, and then finally the Lightworker oracle. And also, I'm sure if you've watched your moon and your rising, if this is your sun, if you watched any other videos at this point for August, you know that I have a new mascot and an additional co-host, and this is my cutesy lemur. So I am having a Name the Lemur contest this month, so we're gonna have a little fun with it. Name the lemur. If you're the first person to give me an original name and we choose that name, you will win a 30-minute free reading from me. So Name the Lemur contest. Put that in the comments below, though. That's how I'm tracking the names and who submits them first. All right, let's get into the tarot. All right, guys. So, oops, it's right here. You would think this is my first time ever reading. Let's do this. So, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to pull a Moonology card first. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card, please, for Cap, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The energy is gaining momentum. The energy is gaining momentum. Let's bring her, well, I guess we can bring her a little bit closer this way. All right, so that's one. I like that. I like it. You're on a good trajectory. One card, please, from the Starseed Oracle for Cap, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One for Cap, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card from the Starseed Oracle. One card, please, for Cap, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Breath of the Cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So there's a duality to that one. There's a duality to that one. Are you trying to manage things too much while the universe is trying to bring it to you? Now, one more card, please. The Lightworker Oracle for Cap, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more card, please. From the Lightworker Oracle for Cap, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more card. And you have Star Child as well. I don't mind that card coming out and being for you. Okay. This is what I'm seeing immediately for my Cap friends. Over the last few months, right, you have been successfully gaining a lot of energy, a lot of momentum. Things have begun to fall into place as they should. You're seeing the manifestation of some of the things that you've been, really working hard towards doing your work, doing your shadow work. You've been working very hard and diligently on making sure that you have things in the right path, that you're doing your healing on the right, and you're on the right trajectory, and that you're beginning to move into your purpose, and you're gaining momentum, meaning that the energy you're putting into your manifestation is the energy you're getting out. You are getting the reciprocating manifestation thereof, right? Because this is what happens. What you put in is what you get out, right? So if you're not putting anything into it, you're not going to get anything out of it. Just like an investment, you've been investing in yourself and you're beginning to receive those dividends. And as you reinvest in yourself rather than taking out, as you reinvest rather than taking out, you are maintaining that level, right? You are maintaining a continuous, we call it in the insurance world or other worlds, a residual income, right? You are getting residual manifestations, and as you allow those residuals or those dividends to continue to grow, because you're reinvesting within yourself, right? And you're reinvesting into the cosmos and into the universe, and you're not wanting to take that money out or take that energy out, or you haven't been doing it up until this point. It's growing and growing and growing, and as it grows, it's getting easier and easier for you to walk in your purpose, and you're finding that more things are added to you, more positive things, more abundance, more love, more light. All of this is added to you, right? And it's easier, and it's you're beginning to get noticed on your purpose, right? On that path of purpose. The doors are opening up for you. In the Bible, it says your gifts shall make room for you. So that's really super important. This middle card, breath of the cosmos, there's an interesting duality. So either you have said, my will be thy will, right? And you've released third dimensional thought processes. You've released the need for control, and you've allowed your higher self, rather than your third dimensional ego mind, because that's really your will. Your will is your third dimensional ego. Okay? So you've stopped making that priority and begun to allow your higher self in communion with spirit. So being that co-creator, which is so critically important, being that co-creator, you're allowing that to happen on an even greater path, in an even greater way. What the other side of that, though, is you've been gaining energy, and some of you are now gaining this momentum, and you're seeing these dividends, and now you want to go back in and adjust your investment strategy. So it's kind of like, I don't know, well, I'll just explain it, right? So it's kind of like a mutual fund. So in stocks, a mutual fund there's a big fund, and that mutual fund buys a bunch of different type of stocks from different, different like technology or, oil or whatever. Just different. So they spread out the risk over all these stocks, and that's how they kind of manage it. They just kind of let it go and let it grow. If they begin to see a stock that's not performing well, they remove it from the portfolio and add something in they've been keeping their eye on. But mutual funds typically don't take in and out. Now I know I'm giving you a financial lesson, but okay, here you go. They don't typically switch out their stocks on a regular basis. They don't typically move more money into this stock than that one on a dime all the time. They let things go and grow and keep reinvesting, and that's how the mutual fund becomes more lucrative and worth much more money and performs better. What I see is you've put this energy into your own personal mutual fund, and you've been willing to allow the mutual fund managers, i.e. your higher self, spirit, angels, spirit guides, to guide you along this path and to manage the funds. But now that you're seeing something come out, now that you're seeing some dividends, now that you're seeing some of the manifestation, you're like, ooh, this is awesome. I want to put my hand back into it. Because in this area over here, even though all around my life is going very well, A, B, and C are going fantastic, but D still needs a little help. So I'm going to go and let me tweak how much energy I'm putting into D. I'm going to take D out of the big picture, and I'm going to micromanage it, because now my ego is getting back in the way, and I know better on how to get D to manifest, because clearly maybe I wasn't doing something right, because D ain't kicked off yet. Maybe I wasn't doing something right. D ain't kicked off. No, beloved, that's not it. You cannot go back in and take one section, one piece of the pie back to manage that piece of the pie. Because when you do that, you are then telling the universe and your higher self, you are then telling the angels, you're then telling spirit, I know better. Thanks for getting me this far. When perhaps in the big picture, D is not meant to jump off for another month or two. Because there's other things that have to be laid out in order for D to jump off. There's other things that maybe there's obstacles that you don't know of that are unforeseen that have to be moved. And because of that, unless you allow those things to be cleared and allow those obstacles and energies to be moved, removed, transformed, reconfigured, whatever the case is, you're not going to get the outcome that you desire. What you're going to get instead is some ish, because you put yourself back into the mix. So you could be doing that. You could be just getting impatient and you see some dividends and now we're going to pull all our money out because, oh, it's paying off. Not sure if it's going to increase anymore. So I'm glad I got this profit right here, but so I'm going to pull it all back and we'll come back at another time. Could be that as well. Okay, so there's a cautionary tale. Some of you are doing exactly what you need to, and some of you are doing, you're wanting to put your hands back in there and exercise control. And I understand why we're wanting to exercise control. I really and truly do. Because of the fact that when we're not in control physically of this third dimensional realm, and we're not accustomed to giving control over and leaving it over, we begin to doubt. Because the third dimensional mind can't comprehend how this is all going to lay out, how this is all going to work out. That Star Child card is here for a reason, though. That Star Child card is telling me, please, 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 rely on your higher self. Remember from whence you came. Remember that you are divine, of the divine, and you've come here to have a human experience. That's why you've incarnated into this earth, to have a human experience. So don't begrudge the human experience. Don't begrudge small beginnings. Don't begrudge where you're at right now. Don't begrudge that it's just beginning to pay off and that you're gaining momentum. You got to leave the investment in and continue to have faith that the investment is going to continue to pay off. Now, let us pull some tarot. We're going to pull from the Star Child Tarot deck. All right, Cappies, let's pull and get just a little bit more clarification. I'm not going to keep you too much longer here. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. Thank you. Energy coming towards you is the Emperor. The energy you're bringing into August is the Seven of Cups. What you need to overcome is the Ten of Swords. What's going to help you overcome that is the Six of Swords. And outcome is the Three of Crystals. I like this for you. Energy coming towards you is the Emperor. Could be an Aries. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like this is being steadfast and unmovable in where you're going. The universe, right? The Spirit is trying to bring you this energy of being steadfast and unmovable. And maybe even a little bit selfish. Some of you might need to be a little more selfish. Some of you need to be a little less selfish and listen to other people. However, there's brighter days coming when you stick to the plan. It is when you begin to deviate from the plan that we have issues. That's when we got problems, right? So Queen of Cups, this is very Cancerian energy. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but this Queen of Cups says love yourself, and trust spirit. This is almost to me like a high priestess type of trust your intuition, trust spirit. Okay, Seven of Cups, you're in a little bit of a confusion. They got some choices to make. So what I need you to do with this Page of Swords is come at this from a less, have a new thought. Allow some new information. Allow some new people to come in and help you along the way. Or allow some new energy to help you stay on the path. Okay, rather than how you've done it all before. Four of Crystals, however, it seems you're a little bit blocked in the heart chakra, potentially a little bit standoffish, a little bit guarded towards that, but follow your intuition with the Moon. And this is also telling me you don't know every secret. Very Cancerian, so you may have a Cancer, and we're opposing signs, so you may have a Cancer involved in this to help guide you. However, you don't know all the secrets, and if you don't allow this Page of Swords energy to help kind of reveal it to you, and stop being so blocked from what you may or may not know, and being so stuck in your ways that I got to take it back. This Emperor being steadfast and unmovable is the Emperor to create the empire. So don't lose the faith that the empire is being created. And it already has been created. It just needs to get to you. Don't lose the faith in that. That's what that's saying. Because when you keep the faith there, an emperor knows the emperor is going to conquer. An emperor doesn't go into a battle and think that they're not going to conquer. They don't think that they're not going to win. Otherwise, they don't go into the battle. So, have that faith. But I feel like there's some more things that need to be revealed to you. And if you don't sit down and listen, they can't be. Ten of Swords energy. Why is this here in the obstacle? Ooh. And the Six of Crystals. Listen, there's been a lot of chitter chatter that has thrown you off. A lot of chatter, and you may have even been chatter amongst yourself. There's a lot of duality of mind. There's a lot of things that have been spoken. There may have been some broken promises here as well. I'm hearing that as well. Promises you made to yourself. Now, there might be some other people that have broken some promises, but I'm really hearing a lot of this is like kind of promises and thought processes for yourself. And this Page of Cups. This also could be a newer friend in your world, a newer lover, perhaps that attention to that, because you've been so used to being single, or you've been like so used to having relationships that weren't fulfilling and that they weren't supportive or whatever. It might be even a little bit difficult for you to accept this, and that could be it as well. This new energy that's in your path right now, that's in your world, it might be a little difficult for you to accept it. Six of Swords, then this tells me leave behind what you don't need. Just take what you do need. Three of Cups, because we're trying to get into a place of peace and a place of celebration. Yep, Eight of Cups here. I just said it. Leave behind those old thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Leave behind the feeling and the thought that I have to take it over in order for it to work. Allow this new energy to come towards you, this energy of love and of peace and of harmony and of tranquility and this and fulfillment. It isn't too good to be true, but you got to stay the path. The outcome or advice, you're going to have some people that are going to come work with you with this Three of Crystals, Seven of Wands. Let me get one more card. Ooh, and Six of Wands to bring you victory. And they're going to defend you. I feel like there's some people that are going to help you learn to defend your honor, or that are defending your honor. I feel like there are people that are going to help you guard your heart and guard your desires and guard where you're going, right? In a very positive fashion, where you're not, cutting yourself off from everybody else, or you're not unrealistic with anything, but certainly they will help guard the energy so that it can continue to move and you can find victory. Guard the energy so it can continue to gain momentum and you'll find victory in this situation. You're finding victory after victory after victory, and it's like I see you almost at the finish line, and for some of you, you're just like, well, I don't know if I can make it that way, so I'm going to go this way, or I don't know. It's like weird. Like maybe my shoes aren't right, so I need to go get new shoes. Now? So don't stop. Don't stop. Okay? Keep going. You got this. And don't try to take it back, because it definitely won't work then. All right. This is what I have for you. I think it's a positive reading. So At any rate, that's what we have for August. Don't forget my Name the Lemur contest. Okay, my Name the Lemur contest. We haven't decided on pronouns, so I'm open to either masculine or feminine names. Um, Either way, it's fine with me. And the winner will receive a 30-minute free reading from me. Also, if you wish to work with me, my website is heartofinspiration.net. You can go there and get mentorship program with me, get into like a coaching program with me, or you can book, one-off readings or Akashic record readings, whatever you like, and let's get on this journey and keep the momentum going. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Love you so much. Namaste. Bye-bye.